Michelle. I'm recording now. That's good that I started recording now anyway. But why do I always forget? That's why we have to be on live. So we're talking about using your strengths. So my long post, I am not going to write another long post tonight and another one tomorrow. Like, you break it up, right? And if you look on Top Coach's Facebook page, they break it up. Some are shorter, most have pictures to catch the reader's eye, but you need to break it up. Videos. So I like to do videos. I think I'm better at videos. I started doing my workout videos in the beginning, and that's what helped a lot of people follow me. And I'm going to actually get back to that because that's what I'm good at. So I'm sticking with that, guys. If you're not good on video, I would practice, but focus on where your strengths are. Some people aren't great at video. Some people don't show their personality well on a video. They're better talking to someone over a phone or writing something out on a post or making a picture really creative because they're really creative with design or whatever it is. You have to find your strengths and use them. If you focus on what you're weak at, like your weaknesses in posting or your weaknesses, what happens is you don't work on your strengths, so your strengths stay here. You're trying to focus on your weaknesses, and they may be coming up a little bit, but it's kind of like, I feel like it doesn't come across in a good way. Some people, when they're doing videos, it's not easy for them to do, right? So focus on what is easy for you, what works for you, what you get more feedback on. If it's cooking and sharing your recipes and all, that's your niche. Focus on doing that. Obviously, you have to include other things like about your life and stuff like that. But I don't want you guys to do something just because so-and-so does it. It may work for her, but it may not work for you. So see what works for you and then run with that. All right, let's move on from that. So use your strengths, especially on your storefront of your Facebook page. And I call it a storefront, and you guys have probably heard me say this. I talked about it in the Diamond Push group a lot. If you are struggling with hitting Success Club, if you are struggling with inviting, if you are struggling with building relationships, it's because your Facebook storefront can use some work. I will tell you, it gets a lot easier when you have a good Facebook page and people are coming to you. And it may take time. You may be a brand new coach. It's going to take time, and that's okay. But you need to have that as your number one focus. Building relationships, they're going to feel like they know you through your page without even speaking a word to them. Okay, so that has to be the most important thing that you're going to be doing. So focus on your posts. Don't just post to post. Post something that, like today, I posted something that I was very nervous to post because it was how I felt. But I posted it because I'm going to attract people that think the way I do. And guess what? Those are the people I'm going to connect with and talk to and feel comfortable talking to, right? So that's why you need to let go of the fear, because what Bonnie Engel talked about today, these things that she posts on her page, it's so easy to be so scared to post these things. Even for me, so easy to let fear get in my way and stop me. And I'm going to share what she talked about and some examples in a sec. But I need you guys to let that fear go in 2016. And honestly, it's caring what other people think, and you got to let it go. And if you're saying you don't care what other people think and you're not posting, then you do care because you're not doing it. You know, hold on, Kara. Hold on. Oh, what if people are coming to you and contacting you, and then after you answer their questions, they don't really get back to you? So that would be the whole invitation process. So if they're coming to you And I don't usually, if they ask me costs or any of that, I don't get into that. I talk about their goals. I talk about what the group's I get them on the phone or send them a video of what a challenge group is all about. And then the cost comes last when we talk about value of the product and stuff. So we can talk about that privately. But okay, so 4 things for your Facebook page. Bonnie talked about having your Facebook page as your sneak peek into coaching. She said the reason why she signed up with Lindsay Matway, she followed her, she looked at her page, she said to herself, holy crap, I want to do what she's doing. She's having a lot of fun. She's sharing her journey. It didn't take Bonnie long to sign up with Lindsay after she first spoke with her. Why didn't it not take her long? Because she thought she knew everything about Lindsay. Lindsay put it all out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's for me, same thing with Mindy. I signed up with Mindy in like a day. Why did I sign up with her in a day? Because I felt like I knew her. I talked to her maybe twice through email, and then I signed up because I thought I knew her. And I'm like, oh, I want to be a part of that. So that's the thing, guys. If you're struggling, it's because it honestly, if you're saying all the right things and you're talking to people and being honest and being yourself, then we have to work on your page. So here are 4 things. So I don't know if you wrote these down from her talk today, but I'm gonna share them with you guys again. All right. So she uses her page like a sneak peek into coaching. She talks about Beachbody a lot. And I think that especially for all of us, we need to talk about Beachbody more. I'm sure if I go to a lot of your pages, you probably hardly talk about it, or you beat around the bush a lot, or whatever the case, or no one would even know you're a coach or running a challenge group, right? Okay, so the first one is she said she sat down, and this is what I actually did today. She sat down and made a list of every type of example she can put under each of these 4 areas. So the first area would be objections. So any questions that she had before she signed up, or any objections that she felt before she signed up, she wrote down. She wrote down underneath this, and then she created posts for her audience about these things. So when I first heard her say this, she has a webinar on this that I watched a long time ago. I was like, oh goodness. Oh no, I don't know if I want to get into this because it's going to be like a battle on my page. And you have this fear that creeps in, like, what are people going to think? And you got to let it go. People are feeling the same way I'm feeling. I want to talk about those objections, and I want to set the story straight. I've been a coach, and I know what is what. I know what's in Shakeology. And even if you don't, go look it up, guys. It's there. So you can talk about these things and not be afraid, and it's not for everyone, and that's okay. So like, for example, when I first signed up, what did I think? I thought, am I really going to have enough time for this? Am I really going to have enough time? I'm working. I have 3 kids, and it's crazy. It's crazy already. So what you would share about is how you make time, how it doesn't feel like it's working because you're so passionate about it. You share these in posts about yourself. You share them in everyday posts. It doesn't have to be, one objection to coaching is blah, blah, blah. No, you share it in a story. Like, before I started I can't believe how much time I thought coaching would take up, when in actuality, if I schedule my time right, I could fit it all in. And guess what? I don't even feel like I'm working. Something like that. Or it's so awesome getting up early in the morning, fitting in my work and my personal development and starting the day off right, and I'm done. Or I just have to check in with my challengers later. When you guys talk about that, people are like, oh, wow, I could do that. Why can't I do that? They relate to that. Okay, I'm a busy mom. Maybe I could do that. Or maybe on my lunch break, I love having this thing as a lifesaver, especially for when I was working. Lunchtime, this is what I was doing. So it was a lifesaver for me. I'm so thankful for my phone And I can't believe all the work I can do from my phone. Like, even there's silly things, but you guys share this stuff with them. Talk about how in the beginning, and you could even say, I hear this all the time, Shakeology is expensive. And guess what, guys? I thought the same thing. I was right there with you until I looked at what I was spending on groceries. I took away a whole lunch, and I did with my husband. I weighed the pros and the cons. I said, okay, Boar's Head meat is way more expensive than Shakeology, and the bread, I was getting good bread and all, that whole 9 yards. So I was actually saving money, and I'm going to share that. So that's a way to share. Any objection that you had in the beginning, share how you overcame it. Even if you're just a new coach, you could still share these things in a different way. Like, it might not give you time right now, but you're putting in some time so you can have time later. And if you can manage your time right, you can do it in an hour. You can do the Power Hour in an hour. It's the Facebook newsfeed and all that other junk that sucks you in. Okay. The second one would be fears before joining. So a fear I had was, can I actually do this? Can I be successful? I've never succeeded at anything in my life, except for obviously graduating, getting my teaching degree. But it took me, 7 years or something, because I was so I can use that's part of my story. So I can say that was a fear of mine. Can I really be successful in this? Can I really do this when I haven't been really successful in anything and really stuck to anything? And Bonnie even said that. She was always jumping from one job to another. So you're using your story and sharing about this. People fear that. People are like, I can't do this. Or even the fear of, there's so many Beachbody coaches. Well, that's a fear for people. But guess what? Not all coaches work the business. Not hardly any are consistent, and I am. So that's something you could talk about. What makes a Beachbody coach different from another is their consistency and their willingness to help no matter what, and to show up every day. And if they see you showing up every day, that could squash that fear for them. That they're not a salesperson. I felt the same way. I do not want to sell anything. I can't sell anything. I get awkward and hot and sweat and weird, and I can't talk to people about it. I like marbles in my mouth. It's awkward. It's like, it's weird. So I'm thankful that you don't have to be a salesperson to be in this job. And honestly, I don't want to be. So, it doesn't come natural for me. But talking to people does. Like, I like to talk to people. I'm more comfortable talking to people behind social media than in person, for sure. Especially one-on-one. I get a little weird, but you could share stuff like that. Like, maybe, and this is for me, like, I was the one on Facebook not wanting to friend people. And, I understand that fear that you don't want to get out of your little comfort zone. But it's really amazing when you let yourself open up to people, and how many friends have I made because I've done that. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really cool part of this job. It's a really important part of this job. So sharing something like that. All right. The next one would be your favorite parts of the business. What are your favorite parts? I mean, there's so many. And I'm talking as a new coach. Accountability. That's one thing. You're always part of a group. You're always having to check in. You're always having to post and help people. If you're helping people, you're going to be on point. I know people are looking for my posts. I know people they're wanting me to check in. I'm going to be on point to obviously I'm human, but I'm going to be, then if I wasn't a part of this Beachbody thing, who knows where I would be. So that's a huge part of it. People need that accountability and the support. That's the thing that people do not have. A team culture. We are focused on bettering ourselves so we can help others. I mean, the worst case scenario, if you guys haven't listened to Micah's personal development national wake up call, it is a must. It's on the podcast. It is huge. How personal development can help your relationships, your business, your life, everything. Like if you quit coaching a year from now, if you just took the personal development with you, that would be all worth it. You know, like it is life changing. You need to listen to that call. It was gold. So that would be great personal development for tomorrow. So community, the community feel. How do you feel when someone succeeds? When someone feels good about themselves? When someone can fit into their jeans that they never thought they could fit into? When someone has energy, more energy, you know, when their husband notices a difference in them. Like, how does that make you feel as their coach? That's what we need to be sharing. Whether maybe you've been a coach for a while and you're able to pay down some student loans or some debt, pay off a car. Maybe you're just able to pay your phone bill. Whatever it is, share it. You are not throwing it in people's faces like, look at me, look what I can do. You're saying, look at what this business has done for me. Come with me. Let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to be a part of this. You know, maybe you could take a vacation that you never thought you could take, whatever it is. Maybe you could share your goals. I've never had goals before this business. I didn't even know what goals were. You know, I never had any goals in my life. When someone asked me what your goal was, I thought they were crazy. And I think about that when I ask the girls that I'm talking to, like, what are your goals? They're probably like, you know, sometimes it takes them a long time to think about it. And usually it starts with, I want to lose 10 pounds. Because that's how we think, where there's a much bigger goal at hand than just wanting to lose 10 pounds. And then fourth, the last one, favorites of the week. So any successes, share your challenger success. Share a success that happened in your group. Share a coach success. And I saw this today. Some of you guys have been sharing, and it's so inspiring and awesome to see. When you share someone that has hit Success Club already and they're a brand new coach, or when you share a shout out of someone selling their first challenge pack or signing their first coach, or anything, your challenger losing 2 pounds in their first week, or your challenger getting up early every day to get their workout in for 5 days straight. Like simple things, share that, shout them out. You know, in the beginning when I used to, in the beginning of this business, that was something that was always said. Shout your challengers out. People need to see that you are helping people, right? And you know what? If you don't have any challengers, shout out a fellow coach. People don't need to know that that's not your challenger. Just say, hey, I want to shout out so-and-so. She's in our challenge group and she's lost whatever. Or she's doing awesome. She's nailing her workouts, whatever it is. Don't, you know, and it's, you need to be doing this, and you need to not just be doing it once a week. It should be happening more than that. So all of these things need to be shown on your page. Not your like page, your regular page. If you have a like page, your regular page. Facebook is everything. It is your storefront. It is everything. People are watching you. You need to share things that are relatable. If you're noticing people aren't liking certain posts, then stop posting that, right? It may be the time of day for sure, but chances are it's probably the post. And some things I think are going to be really good are really crappy, and they get like nothing. And I'm like, okay, not doing that again, going a different route, you know? So I'm going to focus on what works, and what doesn't, you just let go. Don't keep doing it. You know, if something's not working, don't keep doing it. But I want you guys to include these 4 elements. I think it will really change your business for this year. If you say, okay, tomorrow, I'm going to make a list of everything that we talked about tonight, of the objections, the fears I had, and do it personally, because you want to attract people like you, people that you could relate to. So what were my personal fears? What were my personal objections? What do people say to me about their objections? What are my favorite parts of the business? What has this business done for me? Has it changed me? Has it made me more positive? All of those things. And then the favorites. How do you share favorites? How do you share your successes on your page? So not only your personal successes, but other people's. It's very important to share. You share this, and Bonnie does it every day. If you haven't shared any of these things, maybe you start with a couple times a week. But you should get to a point where you're sharing it every day. Doesn't have to say, oh, Beachbody gave me the ability to do this. No, you're sharing a story, a little story, and then a part of it. Like, if it wasn't for the accountability of my team members and them holding me accountable and supporting me, I don't know how I would ever get through this program or ever get through this time in my life. There's a lot going on. I'm stressed out, but I'm so thankful for my team. Simple stuff. That's not saying I'm Beachbody this, Beachbody that. That's saying I'm a part of an awesome culture, awesome team, an awesome group of people that care about each other. And, when you do that, when you do a call to action, like join me, we're having a sneak peek live event, or we're having a live webinar, they're going to be like, I want to see what she's doing. I love her post. She's so motivating. There's something about her. She shares so much, and I kind of feel like I know her. I want to see what it's all about. And that's also attraction marketing. People are going to start coming to you. And it's going to be easy to navigate your conversations when you do this. You will not have to draw it out of people. You will not have to ask, you will not have to beat around the bush to talk about their fitness and health goals. They will ask you. They will ask you, and then there it is. Then you invite. It makes it so much easier once you get this in line with everything else. So if you're struggling, if you're reaching out and you're talking to people and you're building that conversation and it's awesome, it's, you're having a good conversation, and then you talk to them about the value of Shakeology, and then they're like, they don't talk, they don't respond. Happens to me too, but less and less. A lot of times think about this. If I was talking to someone and we were having a good conversation, then I was like thinking about joining them, well, I would check out their page. And if they had nothing on their page, like, and only maybe like their dog pictures, I'd be like, I don't think this is going to work. So you show your personality on your page. That's why, it's everything. No matter how nice you are in conversation, if your page is a hot mess, then yeah, it's not going to work. So it's an easy fix, and you're going to grow in it. Just you need to start somewhere. So what I would do is take these things that we talked about tonight and write down some things that you could share, and start tomorrow. Share little bits and pieces, and then the next day share something else. And it doesn't have to be all related to, like, you could talk about fears that you had before joining Beachbody, and then the next day you don't have to talk about Beachbody per se, but you could talk about the team culture and just being part of a support system. And that would be your health and fitness post for the day or whatever, and then you could talk about a little about your life. But I encourage you to go to Bonnie Ingles' page. She's open to the public. So if you're not friends with her, you can still see everything. She honestly talks about, it's pretty much her life. And scroll back. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to scroll back all the way to the beginning if I can to see what she posts about. And you can get some ideas. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you do have to make it your own. You can't have her same story, because obviously your story is different, So don't reinvent the wheel. You follow top coaches because they got there for a reason. So don't take what they're doing, but you can use the idea and make it your own. I did that a lot in the beginning because I was like, my life isn't fantastic. I don't know what to post about. I'm like living in like diapers and potty training and all of that. It's not fun, but a lot of moms related to that. She just posts her. Yeah, but I'm wondering what she posts, Carla, in the beginning of her business, like when she couldn't talk about like the finances and how free it is and all that. She probably talked about how passionate she is for this business and probably stuff like that, because that's what started, like, that's why we all started in this business, because we love what we do, and that's why we're still here, right? So I encourage you to follow some top coaches, and let's get our Facebook pages up to par, and let's get them like really going, and the more you do this, the more likes you're going to get, the more comments you're going to get, and that's how you grow your affinity on Facebook. That's how people see more of you. The more you post, the more different people will see you. Okay. And won't just be the same people, but you need to post. Like, for example, I'm going to give you one more example. When I posted the other day, my like page can go either way. It could be really horrible or really great. So I posted about something, my before and afters. But I said I would share them if I got a lot of 20 comments and 50 likes or something. So you guys can say something like, hey, I want to start sharing my favorite recipes, or something of value that people want, and say, if I get 50 likes, or if I get 100 likes, whatever, you have to see where like your popular posts get, like what they get, and 10 comments, or you don't even have to put comments in there, whatever. If I get 50 likes, I'll share this week my favorite recipes every day, or whatever. Or you could say, if you want to see my recipes for this upcoming week, what I eat every day or whatever, in your news feed, you need to like or comment on this post, because if you don't, it won't come up in your news feed. So you have to encourage people sometimes to like and comment on your stuff. That way they like and comment on it. Then when you post that recipe, they're probably going to respond with something like, oh, I want to try that, or like it. What I do a lot of times is take a picture of it, and then I'll post the recipe later. And I'll say, comment below if you want the recipe, and I'll post it later tonight. And that gets a lot of people commenting. The more you have people commenting, the more you have people liking, the more people are going to see your stuff, and it will be shown in their news feeds. So this is exactly what you need to do before you do a challenge group post, a call to action. You need to prep them. So you need to post stuff that's going to get a lot of people liking your stuff. You need to do that. And then when you do a challenge group post, you're not going to get a ton of likes on it, because we never do, but more people are going to see it, and you get more people to reach out to you that way. So you need to do the prep work, and that's that everyday work that we talked about just now. But those are some little tips you can do, like to prep before a challenge group post. Anything that's going to get a lot of likes and views, you can always post before a challenge group post. Like a funny video that you like is really funny, not a stupid video, but a funny video, or a funny like little saying, that's going to get a lot of likes, or a funny picture of your kid that people are going to just go bonkers over. That's like you do that, and then like a couple hours later, or even the next day or whatever, you can post your challenge group post, and you'll get more people to see it. So that's just another little tip. Facebook is crazy, but with affinity and stuff, but those are just some things. I'm telling you, if you do this for 3 months, if you start talking about these things and your Facebook posts are better, and you're posting to people that you want on your team, you post to people you want on your team, you post to people that you want in your challenge groups specifically, then you're going to see a huge growth in your business. And you're going to see that building relationships is going to come so much easier. Invitations are going to come so much easier. It's going to be more natural, so you don't feel awkward and weird. And it's going to flow. Your business is going to flow more easily. But it's the consistency over time, right? Right. All right. Anyone have any questions? Oh, I should unmute everyone maybe. If you have a question, unmute yourself if you know how, or you could raise your hand.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you repeat the same things without sounding redundant? When I know we're constantly growing our network and adding new people, but what about the people that have seen it 100 times? Like, how do you keep saying the same thing without?
You just do. I do. I mean, I would say because not the same people aren't going to see it. Like how many times Doreen posts her transformation pictures ever, so many times, and I'm always like, "Holy crap, that's awesome! Like she looks so good." I don't ever get sick of seeing them because she's not posting the same exact picture. She might change it up a little bit.
And even when I repeat them,
yeah, people
didn't see them. I got somebody today that I've been friends with since my son was in kindergarten and went, wow. She's seen it before.
Even if it hits one or two people that haven't seen it. Carla said your market will never get sick of you. They want to hear, they do. The ones that are following you, they want to hear about your life. You might get sick of yourself, but
yeah.
You can tweak to posts too. Like I did a post a while ago talking about how I was able to like buy myself a facial with the income, and tomorrow I bought a coat rack, which sounds stupid, but I bought it with my own money. So you can tweak them and just change them up a little bit, and nobody even notices. So you just have to change like maybe the subject, have the same idea, but the subject be a little bit different. Instead of talking about a facial, talk about a coat rack, or instead of talking about the physical transformation, talk about how you've transformed as like with your personal development. So you can recycle those ones, and they'll only see different transformations every 3 months because you're using different types of transformations or different types of ways that it's like helped you or blessed your life. So different types of challengers, victories, like weight loss or just feeling good about themselves. So you can just tweak the same post to a different subject. That's what I try to do.
yeah, for sure.
Tara,
yeah.
I've been scrolling this whole time and I'm just at September 1st because she posts so often.
Mm-hmm.
So she posts a lot. And let me tell you, if people are not sick of her, they're not going to get sick of us because this is blonde picture after blonde picture after blonde picture. I mean, I'm not reading the great stories.
Oh, they're all, her face. Yep.
Yes, it is just a picture. It's adorable. I mean, it's the cutest thing, but she's not even posting anything where I see value, like recipes or hints or tips. I mean, she's really doing her.
It's the story of her. Right.
So if people are not sick of that girl went from 2-star to 15-star in 12 months.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Right. Oh, wait. Is this the best way to spend $15,481.21 in a day? She's talking about her salary. She paid off $200,000 in student debt. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is flat out.
So I want to see what she did in the beginning. She probably
can't get there.
There should be an easier way to
There should, but there's not. But you know what? Don't be afraid to be bold.
Don't be afraid to be bold.
You can. If you're on your phone, you can click on like 2014. It'll bring you back.
Now you tell me.
Sorry. No, I just figured it out myself.
Then you tell us.
I'm like, Doreen will be doing it tonight. Don't you worry.
I'm going to be here forever.
So, see if you could do it on your phone, Doreen.
People don't get sick of you.
No.
People don't get sick of you. And the people that get sick of you weren't going to buy anything anyway, and they didn't want to be your friend. Those are not your friends. Those are the ones those are the haters. You don't need the haters. What do you need haters for?
You know what, too? The only people that get sick of me are my friends. My, like, real friends are like, they're not even on Facebook anymore. They're so over it. And they're like, every time I go on Facebook, all I see is your post. I'm like, oh, just stop. Join me. How about that? So, those are the ones, like, my friends and my mom never does, but my brother, I'm sure, is sick of seeing my face all over.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, hold on. Can you do this biz without Shakeology? Tara Carr said you can. No. I don't think. Well, with the performance line, you might be able to. Now, I take that back. In the past, I would say you can't do this business. It's hard. I'm going to say it's really hard to do this business if you don't like Shakeology. But with the performance line, it's such a key component to like hammer and chisel, and to even the one I'm doing now, I use it. So I think you can. I really do. I think you can. That protein, I mean, I've said this before. I think that protein is top notch for athletes, college athletes. Like all of TJ's guys at work use it. And I think it's one of the best. So I do think because of the performance line, it might be, if they're into that.
Yeah, but you know what? There's only one challenge pack that comes with performance line.
Well, I think they're going to change that.
So far, yes, they probably will.
I
But
think
then again,
so.
how are you supposed to recommend this to anyone? I mean, Shakeology is the
Right.
flagship of this company, and if you don't like it, how are you recommending it? If you're not showing that you're behind, I just don't see how you do it.
Right.
I
All
know.
right, goes from
I
2014.
just had 2 people that asked, and then someone posted on the Diamond Connection page that she,
There is a
Tara
start.
Carr. Yeah, well, it's a Canadian one. Tara Carr said that you could do it without, and I was like, this is for medical reasons, though. This isn't for disliking
That's
Shakeology.
different.
Yeah,
That's different.
yeah, okay. I know I had had someone that wanted to do coaching, and then they asked me, and I said, well, how would you refer them to, what would you tell them to eat? You're not going to refer them, you're jipping yourself. Oh yeah, go to this offsite link and order this shake. It's like, no, that's not the same thing. You can't guarantee it. You don't know anything. And she's like,
Right.
yeah, okay. And so I send her the performance link. We'll see what she says.
For sure. It's awesome. I love
All
it.
right, Bonnie's posts are the same. She is consistent. They did not dramatically change.
How did you do that?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. I went back like over a year, and they're all just her all the time, and she just
Yeah.
talks about herself,
And
the
hair
business,
color.
and her hair. Everything's the same. Nothing's the same. Everything's the same. I mean, even the filter. She uses a filter, a certain one. I don't know what it is, because she always has that look. It's all the same.
It's many, many, many pictures of her and her life and the gym, and you can see she's in shape.
She
And,
has a few challengers that she shouts out.
and she shouts out her team,
Yeah.
Teen Star, Elite, like you know she's doing well.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, I mean, what the thing is you have to be yourself. If you're not comfortable taking a lot of pictures of yourself, start small. You know, it's okay to take one picture of yourself, a selfie of yourself. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're full of yourself.
Here's a silly picture of her in the kitchen.
She's very silly and fun.
Okay, but here she is, a rare picture of me in the kitchen, multitasking at its finest, listening to our team call with some amazing women getting inspiration. Every single post, and that's what she said in that recruiting video with Raina Odell. Every single post she does is connected to Beachbody somehow, some way.
And if you think about it, those of you, obviously a lot of us have other jobs. I did as well in the beginning. But a lot of your life is focused on Beachbody. Not that your Beachbody is your life, but it is a big part of it. So it should be easy for you to share that because you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't you share that you're hopping online and, you know, and checking in with your challengers? Oh, I love when I check in with my challengers. They, you know, in the morning, it just gives me the inspiration to get through the day or to start the day off right. Simple stuff. Like
Using it tomorrow. Thanks.
Yes. You know what too? That, and let me just tell you, you guys might be like, oh, it comes so easy for you. It never did before. The more you do it, the easier it gets. For sure. I was like a lost puppy in the beginning. Oh my gosh, it would suck the life out of me. So make a list of posts and say, okay, this I could talk about, this I could talk about, this I could talk about. And then what I would do on my lunch break at work, I would create posts like on my phone and just store them in my phone. Or anytime, and I always got a good idea when I was working out, and I would be like, oh, I got to post about that. And I would just write out a little note so I didn't forget, because you forget. So if you have like somewhere where you can list a lot of things to post about, and then you could just interweave it like all week, and share what you're doing day to day. Take a picture of your food. I mean, do the extra step, make it look a little bit prettier. Like today I took my food out of the bowl that I normally use and put it on a white plate. It took like another minute, but it made I got to share it. So I'm going to start taking more effort to share things like that. It's just thinking. I mean,
Tara, can I say something?
mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things that I had to get over was the thought of like somebody not liking my post or getting sick of seeing me. And I finally had to get to the point where I was like, I don't care, because they're not going to define my business and how many people I'm going to help. And I know I say it all the time, and I tell my coaches, you have to give 2X. Like, you've just got to get to that point to where you say, there's 10 people I know out there that like my post, so who cares? I'm not going to let the people that don't like them. And I had a gut check. You can ask Tara. I called her crying because I had a close friend say something really hurtful to me, and she's now in Hammer and Chisel Challenge group. So even people that might like make you feel uncomfortable or roll their eyes at you or whatever, they're going to be there one day. They're just in that spot in their life. They're not ready to accept all your fun selfies. So you just kind of got to get over yourself and over it and just be like, this is where I'm at, and who cares? And everybody's fabulous in their own way. They can always unfollow if they don't like it.
Right.
Like, see you later.
Yeah. And did you guys, so Latai posted something in our Diamond Beyond January group, and I thought it was just perfect. And this is how we'll end it unless we have any more questions, but it was so good. So she said where she went to Super Saturday, I think he talked there, Miguel talked about, had a speech and talked, and he said, Martin Luther King did things that was hard. You asking someone with a $900 phone to buy a $140 challenge pack is not hard. Think about that. And a challenge pack that can change the course of their life. It can change so many things in their life. It's so stinking true. We have to get over it and share the value, share what we have to offer them, share ourselves with them, and really go out there and just help as many flippin' people as we can live their best life this year. It's time. And you know what? Some people, it may take you saying, listen, you're going to do this year with me. Like, I had to say that to this girl because she's been following me for 2 years. I said, listen, enough with this. She's like, I don't know if I could come in. I don't know. I said, enough. You've been saying this to me for 2 years. You're going to do it. You're going to do this with me. And sometimes people need that extra push. It's 2016. Let's not hold out for 2016. 17, whatever. All right. So any other questions? Oh, we're still talking about it. So funny. Go look up Bonnie Engel and go check her out. She's just like Lindsay Matway. They're all like the little blonde bombshells. She's good. There's another one that's really good. Nikki, it's her success partner. Nikki
Johnson?
Yes, I love her. She's really great. She was on the thing with me. Nikki Johnson.
She was on the thing with you?
Yeah, the Super Saturday call.
Oh.
She's great too. So she takes a lot of herself too, but she's quirky and funny. Quirky. Okay. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. It's late here. 5 o'clock comes super early. And I will see you later. Thanks everyone for being on. And thanks, Michelle, for reminding me to record.
George says goodbye too.
Bye, George.
Yeah.
Good night.